I said way too many esoteric things in the other recording that I just did of this, so I decided, like, let's restart. Let's kick it off again. So right off the bat, I want to say that from my other channel that I had, this will officially be the last time I mention it. One, because I'm going to leave this video as my main profile. Like, when you come back to the channel, you'll see this video. And I'm going to get into why that is. But also what I wanted to say is, I try to smile on the thumbnail to get you to click, to not think it'd be a little bit of a negative video, because this might be a little low vibe for some people. For me, I'm an artist, so I like to, my feelings really bleed through my dance when you see me dance, and that's why people really perceive me as such an amazing dancer, professional at times, or even want to learn from me, is because I really feel like I came here to bring art also to the planet through my own freestyle, but my emotions really bleed through that stuff, and I feel like that's real for any artist and any person in general who's really passionate about certain things. It bleeds through their work, if you can really tell, like, they, so with that said, is also speech is something that I've always been told that I'm just really kind of natural at, just centering everybody in. And this is what I want to do right here. If you're conscious, not conscious, religious, Republican, Democrat, whatever you are, Chinese, this, like, Russian, I don't know what Russian would be watching my video, but like any of them, I actually had that demographic on my other channel where it was spanned all over. I was like, whoa. But the reason I want to point that out is because one thing, even about being black and choosing to play Jarrell, or whatever shadow I end up calling myself, whatever name I was given. I want to say one quick thing to get out the way. We are all human. Literally, that's the funniest thing that still blows my mind, that people don't understand that here. Now, I'm not saying, like, I feel like, whoa, what the heck? Felt like a spider or something try to crawl. Weird. Maybe that was a weird little sign from the universe, like, here. But this maybe, I just got that out of nowhere. Really listen up right here. Is one thing I never understand is, do you understand, like, okay, before we get into the whole race thing and all this background stuff, and even, and the reason I want to bring, actually, no, let me put my case first. I don't want to be playing victim with this video or anything like that, because the path, all of us, when we were souls coming down here, I know you've seen the movie Soul. If you have, they try to go into the knowledge that most of us, like, who are conscious or spiritual, getting on that path. No. Also, I want to make you sure that is, even though still respect everyone, watch out, because a lot of people claiming to be woke and spiritual in this day and age are not. They're working for the other side. Now, there isn't like a side we're fighting. There is no fight. It's spiritual warfare. That's definitely what it is. It's a battle for your own mind. But there's nothing you should fight, because it's all you. But with that said, yeah, I don't want to play victim or like sit here and cry on camera or anything like that. But one thing you'll hear, you heard Jim Carrey say it, you probably still hear many people say it, is that once you have a spiritual awakening, it's like everything changes. Now, I didn't recently have one, but as I start getting to the deeper levels of this, stuff, and realizing who I am, I'm telling you right now, it's crazy. Like, because one thing that I hear a lot of, or I don't hear a lot of these conscious dudes talk about in these videos, is there are some people in this, some people literally are bots, are backdrop people or whatever they're called, where, like, it could be haters or just something trying to flood your page, or like, when you get those bot messages, like Tinder, Instagram, or whatever, when they just add you, there are people that are literally like the bots that just fill this in and will never change. And sometimes they be your own family members. And that's where I want to get to right here, right? because I don't want to be mean, right? But it's like this. It's like this. It's so crazy. It's like, I just want to explain it as like, when you start becoming conscious, you start really noticing the patterns in people. Like, it almost feels like you stepped outside of, like, you literally took a step into the observer. If you're not already an observer, well, if you're an observer, naturally, you're going to know what this feeling is. Almost like stepping into one level of the flow state, where you just look and you see every single day, you see the patterns people are repeating that make, like, from stories they tell themselves, that make them them. And and sometimes these cycles are so toxic. But I'm not going to go too deep on family, just in case, you know, the day might come they end up watching me. I really don't want to have to deal with that right now. And I know that's the whole, oh, but you're like censoring yourself, so you're not truly being yourself. But no, I'd rather just avoid the thing for now. Just avoid the unnecessary stuff. But I'm going to explain the concepts that you could probably be able to pick up. But one of the biggest things about talking about the bots is that, like, some people, conscious people, say that if you tell yourself the story of people don't understand you, people are not going to understand you. Now, I co-sign this belief. I definitely believe you attract exactly what you are, because I've experienced it, and other people I told how this works like this, they've experienced it too. And the knowledge came from me doing my own research. That's why I say with any of the stuff I make, the whole point is for you to open your mind and make your mind up, because that's the funniest trick. And the whole thing, the reality is that it is about imagination. You are your own God. You are your own devil. Your gods, and you can make up the gods and the devils of your reality. Take H.P. Lovecraft, for example. The ancient knowledge that was left behind, like, and where all this stuff comes from, it's like they start getting it. You start figuring out the game, and those are the deeper levels of how it works. Seriously, as much as, actually, to touch on that, as much as these girls love astrology and love crystals and love all this stuff, it does not matter. None of this stuff matters. It has no meaning. And what I mean by, like, no meaning is it does have meaning for the most, like, the first parts you're learning about what you can use to put your energy into to boost, like, I know, here we go getting esoteric, but like spells, witchcraft, like magic, voodoo, like you start using these things, but it's funny enough, all these things come back to the power of belief. That's why I always say that don't go imposing stuff on people. And that's why I say, like, you know, I try to tell myself the story is like that there are people that get me. And funny enough, I see them, because the people that would really understand deeply what I talk about, I could barely reach. The closest one, which this is not a flex, and I even told him, if he responded to me like more, I don't know what I said, something like that I wouldn't flex that, you know, I have contact with him, because I'm not like a clout chaser. I've never been in my life, and I don't care about this stuff. But it's B.O.B. And the reason, because he almost gives you like a sign, like he's not valid, like most of the stuff we talk about, like I kind of already know, but he kind of validated like what we're here for, trying to bring heaven on earth. And I don't know, there's a bunch of other stuff I can get into, but that would be getting too deep. Just the reason I said in the beginning I don't want to play victim is because, this shit is, of course, we picked a hard game to play, being conscious, especially being awakened before anybody else. And I'm not talking about woke. I'm talking about the even conscious, and all this stuff is labels. Like I was saying this, listen to this. I seen a YouTuber who I was in a chat with. Trust me, because I swear it's like the universe, how I can get involved with these dudes, but to society, like I don't have the numbers to even be reaching these guys. So it's like, why are they responding to me? I don't know. Blessed. I don't know, universe, I picked a path where this feels like this is the purpose I gotta, pursue. But I told this dude that don't call yourself conscious, don't call yourself spiritual, don't really say it. Like, I just say conscious is like, that's what this stuff is. Or I can even call it a cult. I don't even know. We can call it like ham and cheese. This is the ham and cheese. Like, it's anything you want it to be. That's the thing. It's imagination. But what I'm saying is, I even told someone, like told this YouTuber, it's just labels. At the end of the day, these are all labels. You shouldn't label yourself as anything. And then, seen in their future videos, now they're saying, oh yeah, these are just labels, and that's cool, because all thoughts are in the air, like, because this is a collective consciousness. So I definitely believe that, like, when people say you feel what I feel before I even say it, it's because these emotions are in like energy fields. And like, especially when you're coming from the heart with stuff, your energy field in your heart is much larger than the one from the mind, or for like the brain and intellect, because thinking only goes so far. But when stuff is from your heart, people feel that, and that's why people really doing things from their heart get a way better impact than people who just logically just drop. But like I'm saying is, I feel like it all serves a purpose though. So I'm not saying those people are bad in that if they find success in that. It's like, it's all defined by them. But for me, artists, so it's from the heart. And I've noticed a lot of people, when they're coming from the heart, like, it's just more authentic. But why I said, now really getting into why I said I don't want to play victim, is because, like, I really got to voice this stuff, because this stuff isn't weighing on me. And it's not triggering me by any means. I don't get triggered by shit. And funny enough, people knew this about me when I was growing up. It was like hard to piss me off. Like, I usually was the one pissing others off because of how chill I was. But there have been times where I'm not perfect. I've blown up, I had to get, you got to be that the demon side of this, of being a god. Like, that's what I'm saying, is like, they reversed everything. They tried to teach you everything that is bad, and your shadow side, and those are, so that shadow self of you is bad, so you never integrate it. And then, funny enough, that's the thing that keeps you trapped here. You never integrate both your heavenly chaotic powers and ascend your ass if you want to leave. I mean, there's things like that. But what I wanted to talk about is like this spiritual game, like, really got me like messed up, because I will always want to talk about this stuff. I want to entertain more than I want to talk about this stuff. One thing that bothers me is, like, I talked to a girl, right? This is like fear. Like, I wasn't gonna marry the girl. I wasn't gonna, do the deed with the girl or anything like this. But what bothered me is her thought process. I was like, yo, universe, why you even let this girl match me? Did you like do it so I can learn something about me? But still, I didn't get triggered because it didn't really get anything out of me. I just almost felt like I was just teaching her. Funny enough, she said, first of all, I don't know if it's a good sign to talk to you. She was spiritual. She said, first of all, her ex apparently was toxic, right? And on Tinder, I just put my name as Rel, because I don't really like saying my like whole name Jarrell, because people just, I don't know, say it wrong. I said Rel. Bro, I kid you not. This girl goes, my ex's name was Rel. And I was like, that's not my full name. Like I guess it was spelled exactly R-E-L, and that's not even how you spell like Rel if you were to spell my name. There's 2 L's, but the point of why I put it as Rel is because, I don't have the necklace on. Like Norse mythology, Hel, H-E-L, and then Rel, R-E-L. So I just was like, that's it. But so then I was like, and she was spiritual conscious, whatever the fuck she claimed. And then it was like, I don't know. I think I was the same zodiac, or maybe it didn't get that far, because I don't think I would let it get that far, because that is just nonsense to me. But I was like, okay, so you're already saying it's a bad, you're taking it. But if she felt like that, completely fine. I'm not saying that. But there's a level of fear in that. You won't talk to me because of a fucking name in an illusion. It happens to be the same as your ex. Nice. That is definitely like, now if like, say your soulmate or twin flame ever in your life was fucking named Rel, it'd be a shame that you had this story that you tell yourself that it's probably a bad sign to talk to someone that has the same name as your ex. Now your whole life, you create the reality that every single person with my name, which is not my name, it's just part of it, is a bad person. That's how these patterns play out in this reality. The stories you tell yourself are who you are. Past trauma. That's why the point of this game is to come here, get traumatized by whatever. There's, certain pettier instances that others, like me. I told the story where my mom's boyfriend burned me, yada yada, at a young age, showed me that adults were, the story I tell myself. Me, I let it go. I learned from it. It didn't ruin my life. I didn't really even give a fuck. I was like, hey, it is what it is. Cause I kind of knew. I swear, when I was much younger, I was candle meditating and everything. It's almost like I knew I was back here, and I was preparing myself for stuff like this that I was about to deal with going through. But in all seriousness, you're the the stories you tell yourself create your reality. So all the girls and guys that be like, all girls are thoughts, or all guys ain't shit. They create that reality. You're going to keep attracting guys that ain't shit. Same for the dudes. They're going to keep attracting thoughts. But hey, do you? So when y'all start figuring out how reality, maybe you never will, which I don't know, but when you start figuring out how reality works, it gets really scary. And that's just why I said I don't really want to play victim, and why this kind of sounds like, even sounds like I'm more teaching than I am explaining my own plight. But the point is yo, I don't even know why I picked this path. That's what's getting scary to me. I'm sitting here waking up every day asking myself, why? It's starting to come to the why. And what's funny is I'm starting to say to myself that of course there is no why, because life has no meaning. I made a video. Life has no meaning. So I need to stop searching for the why, because when I search for answers, I get them smacked across my neck. So I need to relax, because being tapped in is very serious. Your spirit guides and shit start hitting you. These astral beings, all this stuff, dreams. I remember every single dream. Okay, so when I started having visions, it was dreams were kind of still vague. I was thinking of vague and vivid. Those things get mixy. But now, I don't need a dream journal. I could whip out my journal. I actually have my manifesting journal for script manifesting. I could write down dreams I had. I do not forget them. Do not forget them now. Because, the astral world and the physical aren't separated. They're only separated by the veil we call sleep. But everything is happening as above, so below. But why I wanted to say that is yo, this shit is getting so real. I'm over here trying to hold back. In videos, I even be still kind of worrying about what people are gonna think. I'm so scared to I just want to give good vibes, but at times I'm yo, fuck this shit. I want to be yo, this was a fucking not in a bad way, because they're great people, but one time, okay, let me tell this story in this, I think I'll wrap it up, because I don't want to get a super long video and make you be sitting here forever. But if you're still here, this is gonna explain every future video that comes out. I'm gonna not hold back. I don't even know why I'm doing that to myself. It's literally eating at my soul. But in truth, I be wanting to make videos being this I'm stuttering because it feels so mean to say, but be yo, this it's not me, because it is me. But what I mean, up front, I am a good dude. But when I hear these stories about people talking about me, because usually a story I would tell myself and it would literally play out in my reality is people fucking, one thing in school that I thought was so weird was people knew that one of these girls that I was messing with, his mom just loved the hell out of me. And usually everyone I dated, their parents loved me. But one weird thing is just that I don't know, like just that everybody, like a lot of people know that. I don't know. But coming to the ex story. So there's this one ex and she knows who she is. And I was talking to a girl, like kind of recently, last year, who used to hang with her. Red flag. Should have known. But said she was more cool with the friend that hung with her that said knew a lot about me. Now, I don't care what you're finna tell anybody. Between anybody you meet, make sure it's a clean slate. Do not believe in the stories, even because you further the energy anyways if it's finna end up like that. Like, what I want to explain is, like, say I was a player, which I'm not at all, but say I was a player, right? And your girl knows about me, but say I made a change way after whatever story she's hearing. So she programs the friend already that's talking to me, like, he's a player, be careful, you know. And then like that, and you know, and then of course there's a lot of stories where the girls don't believe the friend, be like, nah, that's just talking, and then it ends up. But still, I believe that it happens like that because there's a slight bit of doubt in them. And then of course if we leave it up to the other side too, the person could really just be a player. But what I mean about this is, because funny enough, this girl that was friends with my ex said that the girl she hung out with her, which was her best friend, my ex's best friend, the girl that I was talking to hung out with my ex's best friend, apparently, right? And this weird too. I'm gonna just tell it because I don't care. Because like, if she saw this, like the girl that I was talking to saw this and got mad and made up a whole bunch of things, whatever. I know exactly how it happened. You can't change it. I'll put my hand on everything I believe in the creator, because the creator was witnessing all this. That best friend of my ex told her that I would go over to my ex's house just for sex all the time, you know, and just this and that every time. And I'd sneak into her house at night just to, you know. Okay, well, you clearly heard wrong from my ex. One, and this is the thing that I was trying to tell my ex, that don't let your friends into the relationship so much, and you shouldn't let people into your relationships anyways. But the girl that I was talking to got a much different vibe from me, because she could see that I wasn't like that. And what's funny is, I don't know if this girl tried to hook up with me, because I might tell this story in a future video to kind of break it more down. But this girl ended up like kissing me and weird stuff. Like, it was weird to me because she ended up kissing me, and then like, I don't know, like breaking down crying the next minute. I'm like, what is going on? Like, and we're just sitting here watching like some dance show she wanted to show me, because like, I guess the main character reminded her of me. Literally that's it. But like I said, she had made advancements toward me. She kissed me on the cheek. Like, I didn't do nothing. I didn't turn and be like, oh, this is what it is. Like, yeah, we hooking up. And that's what I hate with a lot of guys. Like, really, like, that's why I don't have a lot of dude friends and really don't mess with dudes, because they be talking, you know, a lot of dudes just be horny, talking about girls and this and that. Me, never, because one, and naturally, I'm just in my own frame, so I was naturally magnetizing to girls. But also, I'm not like that, because I've been in so many situations where I could hook up and I just don't, because that's just energy. If you understand energy, it's an exchange of energy. You take on everything that other person's dealing with. So take that next time you think about that. You know, 1 minute you be fine whipping up some eggs, and then you're depressed out of nowhere, all because you decided to hit who had daddy issues. Now you don't have daddy issues, but you got the energy. But anyways, I'm not saying all this to brag, but what I mean is, she got a different vibe. And that's what I be meaning about, like, making videos. I'd be like, yo, I'm so nice. I don't talk crap about any of my exes. But they talk crap about me. Like, I'm like, damn, I must be the chosen one in this shit. Like, and other like people, even girls, it goes both sides. Girls, whatever you claim happens to you. You're the protagonist in your own story. You are the main character in your own story. And that's what I seen from me. Everybody else, like, first, like, yo, so many things have been said about me, but it's like one of the newest stories I heard was, Jarrell's crazy. And I'm out here teaching. Like, I wasn't teaching, but I was giving advice to people. I've been giving advice my entire life. Everybody comes with advice from me, but on my one channel, giving advice to a dude who appreciated me, older than me, had a family. Jarrell's crazy. That's why you should not listen to anyone. That's what I'm saying. This game is crazy how it works. It's insane. It's insane. This whole thing is set up. Like, and a verse that hit hard from B.O.B. is like, everything, your aunts, your uncles, and all that is all aligned with it. It really is. Like, to the people who know that are like up like this or kind of sensing this shit or sensing something is off, that's what I'm saying. We got to make a community. Like, there are ones that exist. I'm in one called High Viber, which is run by Aaron Doughty. But no, I'm not even talking about like that. Like, we need to come together, get people who know people who got, like, you know, like, let's say, like, money, because money just rules this thing until it ends up not. But we give meaning to money. So, okay, so let's break it down. Like, people who have money. Now, I don't have any negative story about money because, you know, I'm abundant. So I want to, like, be sure I'm still attracting money because I don't have bad stories. I used to, but I don't now. And what I want to say is, we need to start getting people who do have these large amounts of money saved, or who are conscious, or who want to get into really forward in the world. And we need to start making communities where we're making our own communities within this system, because this whole thing is rigged and fucked, and we need to link up. It's the only way y'all want to stop the world from going into some utter chaos. Like, that's if, but I do have to say is, again, this could be all perfect. This could be all by design. If you believe that everything is happening how it is supposed to, people fighting between COVID all over again, because that's for another video I'll talk about. But like, vaxxers, non-vaxxers, mask wearers, non-mask wearers, like, they got this shit is just constant. They make sure they constantly give you a problem to fight, fix. Gotta fight and fix. I gotta judge this person. Gotta judge this person. Gotta fix this problem. Gotta fix this problem. I'm not gonna fix this because you believe this, but I can't rock with you because you believe this. Constant, like, and after this passes, it'll be something else. After that passes, it'll be something else. It's just crazy. Like, you know, I really ask, why would my soul or the oversoul or whatever I came from incarnate here to do what? I'm supposed to dance and just keep my mouth shut? That's what it really feels like it comes to. Should I just go back to dancing? Because, I mean, I'll mute the video because I can't really play it. But one of these dances, if you go to my Instagram, let's see, this one right here, this one, which I always delete my social medias because I never like them. So if you don't see to me, like, this one right here, I love this dance, and a lot of people loved watching this dance. And I just mess with it so much because you can really feel me pouring my heart out in that one. So definitely go check it out, because it'll give you, like, I guess, the if you don't think I'm a good dancer, but I really don't care. I just like dance because it's just my gateway. It's like, really, I feel like I'm really channeling the universe when I do it. But in truth, I just be saying to myself, should I just, like, dance and keep my mouth shut? Just get a bag. Just, I don't know. I really don't know, because it's not about that for me. I just want to make so many people open their minds, and I am, though. I'm not saying it's a want, because it's not a want. I don't desire anything, but I know what I'm doing. So let me rephrase it and really say it like that. I am opening minds, because my other channel is a perfect example of that, and that's my purpose. I feel like I'm supposed to do that, but by any means. That's why when I hold myself back in these videos, I really feel like I'm fucking myself up. Because, like I was saying, why I brought up the X thing is like, yo, I have such great stories about them. Oh, and that's what I wanted to add about the girl. What she was telling me, she found all this out from the best friend. But then again, something in me was saying, yo, something makes it feel like she's getting it straight from my ex. But I'm not going to say I know or don't know. I'm just going to say, if that is true coming from that ex, it's messed up if y'all know the relationship between us. It would be really messed up if she was saying that about me. But honestly, I wouldn't be shocked. This is an illusion, you know? It's crazy, like, you know, it is what it is. It really is what it is. Like, I don't have any bad stories, but like, by what I'd be saying, the reason I was saying the bringing up the X stories, because sometimes I really want to get in these videos and be like I really should just let that part like fly, like express. I'm an artist, express. I should just be like, yo, you know what? Like, fuck this bitch. Like really, that's how I be thinking. That's how I be thinking sometimes. I'm like, but like just me, I'm too like good for that. I'm like, nah, I'll put it in a video with a lesson learned. I'd be like, all right, you know, people gonna talk. Even people who, you know, claim that, like, you know, tell themselves a story that you're the only ever one to understand them. Honestly, that shit's just noise. That shit's just noise. Words that just don't even matter in this thing. Like the vibrations, artists, they capture your feelings with their own vibrations. They want to be heard, the frequency. They want to express their uniqueness. That's the same way I feel when I'm making these videos. These are just vibrations, and you're physically seeing me. But yeah, man, it's just, this game's crazy. But all right, that's all I think I'm gonna say. I don't want to keep y'all way too long. I want to try to end it at 33:33. So the time is 33:33. That'd be cool. So I'm gonna watch the time and like wrap up. But yeah, definitely support me and everything down below. You know, give me video ideas. I'm definitely going to make reaction videos and stuff like that. Definitely gonna go live still. I got a lot of videos in the works. Like, I have so many. I'm even thinking about posting so much. But all right, we're coming to the final minute, so I can't really get informative or I'll go over the time. But in all seriousness, this stuff is just all crazy to me. But the whole point of this video is just telling you, like, yeah, I don't want to play the victim, but this shit get hard. Like, so if you hear me slip up in videos, it's not because it's like me being me and just expressing what I have to express. It's not me being like not conscious or anything. Like, you can do whatever you want in this. This whole thing's an illusion. You know, just heal your traumas and you came here to learn something that you chose for yourself. So learn it and then be whoever the fuck you want to be unapologetically. It don't matter. Like, no one can look at you and tell you there's something wrong with you, because if they can do that and say like it's really wrong, there's something wrong with them. It's something wrong inside them. And they're just projecting. If you feel deeply that there's nothing wrong with you, it's projection. But yeah, so we're wrapping up right here. Follow me on Instagram. It'll all be below. And dude, much love. I hope my message gets out there before I die. And that's like something I put on Instagram because I was like really feeling that. I hope I'm not appreciated after I'm dead. But yeah. Okay, peace.